our first round, we are going to have Victoria Kowalski at easel number 1. At easel number 2, Dilcia Guerin. At easel number 3, Joan Schnersch. James, and at easel number 4, James Trevino.
My name is Victoria Kozlowski. I am from Elgin, Illinois. What inspires me in art is everything around me. Everything that I look at every single angle and try to figure out what I'm going to paint of.
My name is Dilcia. I currently live in San Francisco, California, but I grew up in El Salvador. I like to live in the moment, to be present, try to find inspiration everywhere I go, something with the moment, whatever place I am.
My name is Joan Schnurch. I'm from Bradenton, Florida, but I grew up in Germany. I'm totally inspired by a sunrise, a sunset. I live close to the Gulf. I have lots of beautiful nature to paint. Weapons of my choice are the paintbrush and the palette knife.
My name is James Trevino, painting out of Boston, Massachusetts. Currently, I'm being inspired a little bit by David Siqueiros and Gerhard Richter. In my early days, I was inspired by Da Vinci and Caravaggio and Raphael.
All right. I cannot wait to see all of these artists battling it out tonight. Everyone seems really into it.
I am extremely excited. Let's see what these people come up with.
20 minutes on the clock.
Alrighty. Let's paint.
Okay. So we're seeing these artists kind of in their preparatory strokes. They're just starting to approach the canvas in the first 10 seconds.
Yeah, it seems like James is going more of a traditional route. He's using graphite to sketch out his ideas, whereas everybody else has started with paint. All of them. Oh, look at that.
Oh, good eye. The graphite is almost imperceptible on the piece right now, but I'm sure that he's using that as a future map. And I love that we're already seeing Victoria laying down quite a fair amount of color with that yellow there. Yeah.
Joanne is using bold strokes to paint out her idea. That's pretty good over there. Delicia is painting a face. Awesome.
Yeah, Delicia, she really seems like she's kind of got the most going on at this point, and we're only just about a minute in, and she's already kind of got the sketch out of a face going on.
Yeah. Look at that.
And we can see Joan going in with this dark color, which is an interesting technique, going dark right off the bat.
Yeah. Victoria is going, I wouldn't say dark, but she's going with yellow. And Delicia is going a little more abstract with her face all of a sudden. Oh, James started with his paint. Now let's see.
Okay, we've got a nice peachy tone going on from him on in a sponge brush, and it looks like he's mixing that white right into the color on the canvas.
Yeah. It's nice to see everybody's using their own different kind of tools to convey their own ideas.
Absolutely. I love everybody's got their own technique, and especially having these artists film this battle in their studio, they have their whole arsenal available to them.
Yeah. As a contestant, this brings back memories like when you're on the stage and all the music is playing, like you're trying to like paint as fast as you can and like keep up with the crowd, and like I can just feel that. Even though like I'm not there, I can feel this energy.
Absolutely. Once the timer starts going, that energy is pulsing.
Yeah.
You're battling the clock more than anything, and you know that these artists know that this is viewed by a live audience.
Yeah.
So they're within that energy already.
I'm really happy that Art Battle is actually doing this online, because like a lot of people can't go outside and enjoy Art Battle because it's something that's a community thing, and like when I was doing Art Battle, a lot of people would show up to it, and to see this being online it's quite amazing, to tell you the truth.
And it's amazing seeing the amount of artists and the skill levels of the artists that have been applying. And we are still open for applications if you want to submit one. And any artists who are interested can go to artbattle.com/OB and they can film themselves doing a 20-minute painting and perhaps join us on this online battle.
I recommend it to everyone. It's a great opportunity for any artist out there. It's fun. It's a great place to show your work, and well, it's just fun.
I think I'm starting to see some similarities between Victoria and Joan's pieces now. Kind of getting a similar gradient of the red going into the sunset kind of color.
Talking about gradients, Victoria is doing a great job of mixing those gradients from red to lighter yellow. I feel like she's painting a sunset. I'm just saying.
I think I'm feeling that we're getting maybe 2 sunsets setting up here, but we're only just about 5 minutes in, and so really it's anybody's call. Although I think with James and with Dulcia, it's safe to say that they're both working on portraits.
Yeah.
I'm getting kind of some like Dorothy from the Wizard of Oz vibes from James. What do you think, Shreya?
I feel that. I can feel that actually. Yeah.
In the straps on the shoulders.
Oh. Wow. Is he from Kansas by any chance?
I think he's from Boston.
Okay. Because I'm from Kansas, and I was like, oh, take me back home.
There's no place like home.
Yeah. Oh, Delicia's painting is. What do you make of it, Morgan?
I'm seeing a lot of like super chaotic organic energy, which I'm really enjoying, and this piece is actually taking on a lot more kind of abstract than I thought that it would initially.
Yeah, like I know Delicia personally. Like she's a friend, and like she does this a lot. Like she like paint something tangible and like go abstract on her way to finish the painting. Sometimes, so let's see what she comes up with. Most of the time, she does some structural paintings, but like this one is a little different from what she usually does. So I'm quite intrigued as what she is doing.
Yeah, looking at her profile and some of her previous work on her Instagram earlier today, I can see that she often will approach things from kind of a geometric standpoint.
Yeah.
And I've actually seen her paint and done the online commentary for it before, and I remember she started out with geometrics and then brought it into this abstraction of an eye. So what I love about her work is that you're always kept guessing. Like you see the painting emerging, and it's a really involved process with the audience as they're guessing what's going on as well.
Yeah. Look at that, Victoria and Joanne. I think you were right. I think both of them were painting sunsets. Victoria's, I think she's painting a boulder right now. Not sure, but yeah.
Yeah, both of them kind of grounding the foreground of the piece with this darker color.
Yeah, well, it's really nice to see everybody's utilizing the time, and they're like going really fast. Nobody's like lagging behind. Everybody's like right there.
Yeah, everyone is super kind of dialed in on where they're going and how they're approaching it. I'm really enjoying James' technique here of like chipping in his shadows and working with this more flat skin tone. I'm getting kind of an Andy Warhol kind of vibe going on, a little pop art.
True. I can see the Dorothy now, yeah. James is definitely going for that.
Getting a little Judy Garland chin going on.
Yeah, I can see that too. Oh, man. Everybody's style is so awesome over here. Like, everybody has a different kind of style, but at the same time, like, it's such a painterly way of painting everything.
And when do you ever get this opportunity to kind of see all of these different approaches at once. That's what I love about the live painting arena, is that you get to see not only kind of insight into an artist's process, but you also get to see it directly contrasted with that of other artists.
Yeah. Because when you're battling, like, you can't see anybody else's work except yours, and like at the end of the timer, and you just like look out, go and like look at other people's work, and you're like, whoa, they made that in 20 minutes. That's awesome.
Yeah, and they're at your easel looking at the same thing.
Yeah.
So we are about halfway, or just approaching the halfway mark in this round of Art Battle. And I just want to say that voting is now open. You can vote in the Art Battle app, which is available in the App Store or on Google Play for Android. You can also go to artbattle.com/app.
Yep. Don't forget to vote, people, because even one vote can mean that your artist won't win. I've been there, so vote.
Oh yeah.
.com/online.
Everybody needs to vote. Alright, look at that. Oh man, James' painting is getting there.
I'm really into the way that he's building this.
Yes, look at that.
I think that he's done a really fantastic job of planning this piece and how he's approaching it in terms of going from background color to leaving negative space to going in with darker colors.
Yeah, you're right.
And now we're starting to see some kind of silhouette work with Joan on easel number 3, and I'm not sure what that is. What do you think?
I think it seems like a human head with hair flowing. I hope I'm right, because I have no idea. But like, it's really nice to see like everybody has a different subject matter over here. Like it's not the same thing. Like when we were saying it's gonna be a sunset, like now Victoria is painting something else on top of the background, whereas Joanne is going with the sunset, and James is going with Dorothy, and Delicia is going, well, kind of abstract human face.
And with Delicia, you can see that she's kind of starting to introduce some of those geometric elements that she's known for. Coming off of one of the eyes, you can see kind of that like rectangular shape, and she's bringing that in underneath the cheekbone into the nose as well. So it's cool watching her blend kind of the two styles that she's known for.
Yeah. When you said in the beginning of the painting, you never know what you get with Delicia, you're right about that. Like, I had a totally different idea of what she was painting. Now it's going somewhere else all of a sudden.
But I'm loving it. Energy going on.
Yeah.
And Victoria, we have what looks like this lovely cactus going on, which was a surprise kind of element. I like the way that she approached this piece in doing the establishment of her background first, and then kind of surprising us by introducing an object.
Yeah. I really like how like there are different elements to Victoria's painting. Like there's a boulder, there's a background on top of on the foreground. There's a cactus. So like there's like a lot of elements in works. Just as Joanne's, like when you look at Joanne's work now, I think I know what she's painting. When I said like it's a head with a hair, I think it was two heads, and
they're having a kiss.
Yeah, it's a romantic painting.
Yeah.
Look at that.
That's some feel good right there.
Yeah. And James is, he's taking it back to Kansas. Look at that. You're right. Go with it.
I'm interested to see what he does with all of this pigment that he's put up top. Oh, and I think we're about to see.
Well, he's using a piece of, is that a piece of paper to spread his paint?
Oh.
Whoa. That's a great way to use. Like that's not even a tool. Like I wouldn't even call that a tool. Like
oh, that's like, wild.
What? Yeah.
Oh
man.
That's so unexpected. I love that he's made this very kind of classic portrait, and then is introducing this like dreamlike Technicolor element, and bringing us into Oz with all of these colors kind of chaotically flowing together.
Yeah, that's a great way to put that. Yeah.
That's cool.
Yeah, that is really cool. Look at that. All of these paintings are so cool. Like Victoria's work, I really like how she put like streaks of highlights on the cactus, showing us that there's like light coming from the right. Look at that. All the highlights on the cactus. Oh man. All these painters are awesome.
Yeah, definitely some careful attention to detail there.
Yeah.
And with Delicia, you're just getting so much incredible energy and emotive qualities from this figure. It's very, very powerful in the approach that she's taking for this. And I just want to remind everyone that voting is open on the Art Battle app, and we also have an auction for these pieces live. So if you are falling in love with any of these pieces as you're seeing them being created, go check out the Art Battle app and make sure that you bid on your favorite piece.
Yeah. This would look good in anyone's home, trust me.
So I think I'm going to take us on a little tour of what's going on each canvas. So with Victoria Kowalski on easel number 1, we started off with kind of a gradient of sunset in the background, and then the emergence of a boulder, and now this surprise element of a cactus as the main element. With Delicia Garan, we saw her go from this kind of initial sketch that seemed to have a lot of feminine energy to something that just grew in its own kind of chaotic, organic energy, and now it's coming together into something that's very emotive. With Joan Schnarch, we saw her kind of establishing this sunset space, introducing gently these romantic figures sharing a moment in the beginning. With James Trevino on easel number 4, we saw the emergence of this portrait of Dorothy starting from quite flat colors, and now we're seeing the surprise element of this kind of Technicolor color drag technique that he is going for. And we have just about 4 minutes remaining in this round.
Yeah, people, don't forget to vote for your favorite artist, and because somebody has to win, and I hope the artist that you want should win, and every vote counts.
Every vote does count, and I know that you can relate as being a past battle artist. I've lost by 1 or 2 votes before, and so it really is important. If you're watching tonight and you're liking one of these pieces, please take the time to download the app and let these artists know that you care.
artbattle.com/online.
For your painting as well. This painting, all of these paintings are real nice. They would look really nice in anyone's home. I'm surprised with Victoria's work, because like when it began, like I thought it was just going to be a sunset, but it's going to be a sunset with a still life. So that's fascinating.
Yeah, kind of taking a traditional still life of what would typically be an indoor plant and bringing it outdoors.
Yeah. Joanne's painting is looking pretty good as well. Like it's a sunset with in the night, I want to say, but
yeah, I think we're getting dusk.
Yeah, dusk. Yeah, there you go. And I love James's. Like, I love the technique that he used, the way he put all the paint over there, and the use of color in the background now.
Yeah, really, really interesting technique. Something that is always really cool to see in Art Battle is kind of the progression of a painting and whether or not the artist is involving the audience in that performance by creating elements of surprise. And I feel that all of the artists in this round actually have accomplished that quite well.
Yeah.
I'm loving what Delicia is doing right now by introducing these dark lines. And it's really tightening up the piece for me. She's kind of harmonizing all of these different elements that she's created.
Yep.
And
Joanne even signed her painting. Awesome.
Yeah, that's wicked. I love the confidence, and I love that she's curated her or taken her time to do that. And so if you are one of the lucky bidders on this piece and you win it, you know that it is definitely signed.
Oh wow, look at Delicia's work at the end. Like it's abstract as well as like it has form. Is that a jester? Yeah,
I
seems
think
like
so.
one.
I think you are right.
So like you said, like you never know what you're gonna get with her. I love her work as well.
Yeah, which is why she's such a joy to watch painting. This will be my second time commentating on one of her battles, and she never disappoints.
Time is running out, and everybody has done a great job at this point. Oh, I'm impressed.
And we have about 40 seconds remaining in this battle, so if you want to vote for your favorites, make sure that you get your votes in.
Vote, 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 people.
Wow, I am just so impressed. Like, 20 minutes, come on.
Oh, yeah, 20 minutes. This is awesome.
And 15 seconds remaining.
All right, get those apps. App Store, iPhone,
right.
Android.
Time is nearly running out.
Oh, and a surprise little plant from Victoria over there, taking advantage of the last few seconds.
Awesome.
All right, that was an intense battle.
It was an intense battle. Everybody, the auction is open as well, so don't forget to buy your paintings. Bid on your favorite painting, I mean.
Yeah, bid on your favorite painting. Support these artists as they're keeping up their studio practice.
Yep. Well, thank you everybody for tuning in, because that means a lot for all these artists as well, because like at this time everybody needs to help each other out somehow, and like you guys being here is helping all these artists out. Thank you.
And a huge thank you as well to the artists from Easel, or from round number 1, who submitted all of their painting videos for this battle. It takes a lot of bravery to share your work in this way, and we really appreciate it.
You're right about that. And I'm impressed with the
round 2 coming up
that everybody did.
We got round 2 in less than 1 minute. We're going to hear from some folks online. I'd love to hear some more comments. What do you think of these paintings specifically? What is having you be drawn to them? Who are you going to vote for, or why are you voting for them? Democracy in art, but it doesn't have to be a secret ballot. So let us know what you're looking for. And we're getting going for round 2. In about 40 seconds, we're going to meet 4 more incredible artists from our international round. Artists are welcome from anywhere in the world. artbattle.com/register if you want to register as an artist. And we would love to have you represent your town, your country, and see what's going on. So we're going to hear the easels.
From Calgary, Canada. At easel number 2, Haruko Furukawa. From Christchurch, New Zealand. Number 3, Lamonia Kokodelis from Melbourne, Australia. Number 4, Ludmila Savativa from Saratov, Russia.
Linda Fireman. I'm originally from Toronto. I find that the more that I paint, the more I'm actually inspired to do more things. So I don't wait for inspiration to strike or anything. I just kind of get to work. And yeah, I just find that creativity makes me more creative.
My name is Haruko Furukawa. I've been living in New Zealand for 18 years. I was born and grew up in Japan. With the project to invite many people to join with my art and feel connected. I am inspired by both Eastern art and Western Japan art.
My name is Leona. I'm from Greece and the last 1 year I'm living in Australia. My strength in an art battle is for my skill to be focused in my paintings no matter what happens near me. My weapon in an art battle is this brush. It's very practical when I have to do my abstract painting.
Меня зовут Саватеева Людмила. Я из России, сейчас я живу в городе Саратов. Вдохновение я черпаю из окружающего меня мира. Природы, из наблюдения за людьми, за своими детьми, за семьей. И вот в этом, пожалуй, черпаю свое вдохновение.
Oh man, this is going to be a really strong battle. And artists from all over the globe. 4, 3, 2, 1.
Let's go. Let's paint.
Okay, and right off the bat, we're seeing Belinda going hard, laying down some bright color right away, and Haruko going in with some graphite.
And Lemonia and Ludmila, they're going on with their paints. Like, all of these people are from different parts of the world. That's so awesome to see. Like, Art Battle is bringing everyone together.
Yeah, it's one of the advantages of doing these online battles is that we're able to have artists from vast distances competing together rather than when we do them in person, when we usually only have regional artists. So this is a really interesting element that's bringing these artists together.
Yeah, it's nice to see like all these different artists from different worlds with different artistic backgrounds and different techniques. Like, I don't know if you missed that, but Belinda was painting something, then turned her canvas upside down, and now she's painting something else.
Oh, I did miss that. That's awesome.
Yeah. And Haruko is going more of a traditional route as well. Like, he's like drawing stuff out. I don't know. Like, what do you think he's drawing there?
I'm not sure. I feel like maybe a bird. Like the body of a bird, but that's just my initial first impression, and it'll be cool to see what Lemonia's up to, because right now we just have kind of this blotch of this blue, and now she's bringing in white and bleeding out the edges, so I'm really not sure where this piece is going, and I love one that keeps me guessing.
Yep. Lemonia and Ludmila are going with blue as their color of choice at this point.
And I like Ludmila's kind of color blocking in here. I'm getting some Rothko vibes.
Yeah. I think Haruko is using ink over there.
Oh yeah, you're right. You can see this watered down either ink or paint. You can see the way that it's beading up on the canvas, which is something that I haven't seen before.
I feel like he's painting a snake for some reason.
I'm definitely sensing that kind of undulous lines.
Yeah. Oh, Haruko.
And with Belinda, she's going right for some pattern work, using the tip of her sponge here to create these lines.
Yeah. Belinda's work has some structure to it, but at the same time it's kind of abstract. Like, I would love to see what the end product is going to be.
I am pretty familiar with Belinda's work, and it's almost always just really imbued with a sense of joy. And I think that even just 4 minutes in or 3 minutes in, we're starting to get that kind of sense with the palette that she's using. So I can't wait to see how this emerges.
Yeah, I want to see what Lemonia is as well. Like you said, there's a blue splatter in the middle, and I don't know what else is going on, but hopefully something awesome is going to come out of it.
Yeah, me too. She's taking quite a minimalist approach in these first few minutes, when we're seeing from a strategy standpoint that the other three artists are really trying to get a lot of ground coverage.
And you said like you're familiar with Belinda's work, right? Like it has this positive energy to it. So do you have an idea of like what her painting is trying to convey at this point?
From my knowledge of her work, she loves to encourage a sense of community and love and like inner peace. So I think that we're going to see some symbols emerging from that as the piece continues on.
Yeah. I love how Haruko is using the negative space. Like I feel like it's a snake now. Like,
I totally just got it. Like before, I could kind of see the organic line of maybe like the S of a snake, but now I totally see it with the bulb of this head, and I think that she's doing a really, really interesting job of working with this beaded up, watered down material to create these really interesting textures already. And speaking of textures and color, Ludmila, I am about this painting. I love this painting. I'm all about this gradient. I'm here for it.
Yeah. I love the color blue as well. Like I really like how she is using the gradients of blues and like mixing it together. I feel like it's either it's gonna be a sky or the ocean.
Part of me is kind of hoping that she keeps it fairly abstract, but that's just because I'm loving the color field that she's established already. And Lemonia, we've got this magenta going on, and I can see that she's working in a lighter color right now that I can't quite make out, that seems to be kind of lending itself into bleeding the other colors.
Yeah,
so still quite minimalist approach.
Yeah, it's quite abstract at this point.
Mm-hmm.
And you're right about Belinda's positivity. Look at all those hearts.
Yeah, all those hearts, and she's chipping into the negative space around them to make them stand out and kind of have this glowing quality.
Mm-hmm.
And now we've got a whale emerging into this color field from Ludmila, and I think that you were right that we've got an ocean scene coming at us.
I hope it's a whale in the sky. That's going to be way more awesome.
That'd be cool. That'd be cool. And Haruko totally did not anticipate this orange, but I love the way that it's playing with kind of the ultramarine and the teal that she has going on.
Yeah.
Oh, wait. Could it be a fish?
Oh, maybe. Yeah, I was totally wrong. I don't think it's gonna be a snake.
Well, like I see where you're getting snake from. That movement, but with this surprise of kind of this orange pattern, I'm definitely sensing koi.
Yeah.
Oh, I love a painting that keeps me guessing, and we are just about 7.5 minutes in. These artists have accomplished quite a lot so far.
I love where Lemonia is going. Like I see a couple of splatters of red over there. It's hard to make out, but it looks quite pleasing.
Yeah, it's very peaceful. It's got a peaceful energy. It's kind of creating its own aura, and you can tell that she's really enjoying working with her material and blending on the canvas.
Yes. Yeah, the way she's blending those colors is just... It seems like two people are dancing in front of a blue fire. That's what I'm getting. I don't know what everybody else is getting, but... Yeah,
I'm just kind of seeing this, like, sumptuous blending of colors. Oh, and surprise there, where her canvas dislodged from her easel a little bit and created an unintentional pink mark that now she is involving in her composition.
Yeah, I've had that before, where the canvas moved and my painting ended up being a totally different painting from what I intended it to be.
You gotta work on the fly.
Yeah, you have to work with what you got, yeah. Oh, look at all these paintings. I think voting is open at this point, so don't forget to vote, everyone.
Yes, voting is open, and you can vote in the Art Battle app. You can go to artbattle.com/app or download on the iTunes or whatever the app is for Apple, and for Google Play as well for Android. All of these pieces will be also up for auction. So if you're falling in love with a piece as you're seeing it being created right now, please be sure to bid on these pieces and support these artists.
Yes, everyone, don't forget to vote, because like I said, every vote counts, and just one vote can make it or break it for artists.
Oh, wow. Curveball with Lemonia. Definitely a curveball.
Yeah.
But I am loving it. And once again, I love an abstract in Art Battle, and so I'm hoping that she keeps this abstract. So I'm really enjoying that kind of aura that you were talking about.
I like where Belinda's work is going as well. Like, she's putting more colors in her work.
Yeah, the techniques that she's used to get these colors behind the hearts is interesting too, because if we throw it back to a few minutes ago, she was outlining them in black, and now we see that she's layered color over top of that, and you're getting some kind of grays coming through as she's mixing the color, and so I think that that's creating a higher sense of depth.
Yeah. Belinda's work does incite some kind of emotions, like positive and happy feelings. Like, I'm feeling happy looking at her work.
You know what makes me happy is seeing artists get bids on art. The auction is live now. There might have been some issues there. If you pull down on the app, you can refresh. You should be able to see it in there. Voting as well. Pop open the app and you can always do a little pull down to refresh. And after that, it should stay up to date automatically. Give us our first bids at that auction. These artists are going to ship the paintings directly to you right from their homes.
No, Belinda was using some kind of like string. I don't know. Maybe my eyes are playing tricks on me, but look at that!
I might have missed it. Yeah. But cool little dots of texture and introducing cool elements of pattern in here. And Hiroko, wow, these scales on I think what we've settled on is a koi. Those scales are just looking fantastic.
I love how her ink is dripping. This gives a different sense to her painting.
Absolutely. The kind of the bleeding of the colors into each other just I feel involves the viewer into the painting so much more, because you're observing the mastery of the material in her kind of realist painting, and then the celebration of the spontaneity of the material as in these drips.
Yep. All of these artists are so good.
Absolutely. So I'm going to take us on a little tour here, as we are about 7 minutes remaining. At easel number 1, we have Belinda Fireman, and we saw her canvas go from a super warm cacophony of color to all of these hearts just cascading all over the canvas, color bursting, pattern elements being introduced. At easel number 2, Haruko Furukawa, we were held in a guessing game with the initial stages of this painting as to what animal was going to be emerging, and we've discovered that it's this beautiful koi, creating this really beautiful organic lines, celebrating realism as well as more organic elements of this painting. With Lemonia Crocodilis at easel number 3, it looks like we have quite an abstract minimalist painting going on, and we've seen her work to really grow this painting in an organic way that celebrates the colors and blending colors on the canvas. At easel number 4 with Ludmila Salativa, we saw this piece emerge from this blue color gradient into an environment for a diver and a whale, and we now are also starting to see lights being reflected off of the surface of the water, and is just creating such a wonderful sense of depth. We have about 6 minutes remaining. Voting and auction for this round are now open. Please vote and bid often.
Yep. Please bid on your favorite painting because it's not that these paintings will look awesome on your wall, but like you will be helping out all these artists as well in these tough times. And look at all like Lemonia's work is going from abstract to having some kind of form to it now.
I feel like maybe an arrow, like a bow and arrow.
Seems like it. Oh, Haruko's fist turned out so well. I love it.
It's so good.
Yeah.
Like
I love all these works. Yeah.
And Hiroko, the way that she's kind of chipped in on the side of the head as it goes underneath the base of the fish, that harsh line as it's contrasted with all of these, like all of this rounder movement is really nice.
Yeah. And you're right about Lemonia's arrow. That is an arrow.
Yeah, she's kind of connecting the two sides or two hemispheres of this piece together.
I love the juxtaposition of the light and the darks in her work.
Yeah, we're getting a real kind of sense of depth here.
Yeah.
And speaking of depth, Ludmila, the surface reflections that she's got going on is really giving me a strong sense of space and environment in this. Like, that's so whimsical. I want to be that diver.
I want to be that whale.
We'll just go swimming together. We're gonna swim in Ludmila's painting.
Yeah. That seems like a good painting to be in.
And Belinda is putting on the final touches into her piece. I can see that she's surrounded her hearts with a light outline as well to kind of tie everything in.
Like, I really enjoy how everybody's using some kind of texture to their paintings. Like, for example, Belinda has all these dots going on for her. Haruko just spattered some white paint over her, and like Lemonia is like mixing all these gradients, and like Ludmila is, I don't know what she's using, like what she's like, you know, like those tiny schools of fishes going around in the depth of the ocean. Like, I think that's what she's trying to portray over there.
And Lemonia surprising us by just when we thought that she was starting to go figurative in this piece, she is going back to an abstract. She's obliterated that arrow. And I like it, actually.
Yeah. I don't know if you're getting this, but it's just, for me, her work just seems like it has a space kind of vibe, the Milky Way in the middle, and there's a supersonic supernova explosion, and all these things are like moving. Or I've been watching too many space documentaries.
Oh, I'm totally getting that. I'm definitely getting like that sense of space and like nebulousness.
Yeah.
Also, I'm getting kind of a vibe of like natural stone, like agate, like those colorful geodes that you see.
Yeah, I can see that too, yeah.
Kind of like a marbling almost. And we can see Haruko, she's tightening up this koi in such a wonderful way. You can tell that each brush stroke is just really, really considered. And we are just under 2 minutes remaining in this international round.
Yep, everyone, voting is open. Don't forget to vote. All these artists need your vote to win. And don't forget to bid on your favorite painting. I would love to have all these paintings in my wall.
I feel like I could just live in Ludmila's.
Oh, yeah.
That'll be my happy place now.
Yeah. Oh, wow. She's putting streaks of white to show like light coming from the surface. That's an eye of an artist right there.
Absolutely. This piece keeps getting better each time that we circle back to it.
And they made this in 20 minutes. I'm so amazed. Like, every time I come to Art Battle, I'm just like amazed and blown by all these amazing artists, like, and what they can do in 20 minutes. Like, 20 minutes isn't anything.
And you can take this art home with you. Art created in only 20 minutes. We like to say 20 minutes and 10 years. A lot of work, a lot of genius, a lot of talent baked up into these works. Auctions are open. Votes are coming in. We only have 44 seconds left. Let's see what these guys have to say now.
For an audience as well.
Look at Haruko's work. Like she puts scales on her fist, and like it has this like glistening effect. Like you can feel the fist, like how like smooth it is.
You're getting that sense of movement and the slickness of the water against the scales.
Yeah.
Okay, we are coming up to the countdown. And we have 10 seconds remaining.
Time is nearly done.
4, 3, 2, 1. Brushes down. All right, what
awesome
a
work.
strong round. And surprisingly, no portraits in this round.
I'm amazed.
I know. We usually see a portrait in every round of Art Battle, and those are usually some of the stronger contenders. So it will be quite the toss-up to see which of these artists takes it tonight.
All the artists from round 1 and round 2 were awesome.
Yeah, tons of strong work tonight. Just from so many different places in the world. And we are so grateful to these artists for taking the time to create something with us for Art Battle, for us to share with all of you viewers. And we're also thankful for you guys for tuning in. And